A customer was upset I didn't give her the right amount of fish. She was right.
I used to work at a mom-and-pop store that sold clothes, farm supplies, animals and sporting goods. Anyway, since we sold sporting goods, we also sold bait fish. Fishermen would frequently stop by our store to buy them to fish with, and they were sold by the dozen. Usually, when I scooped bait, I would give a few extra fish to my customers. I had one Russian lady come in to purchase bait fish. So just as I normally did, I scooped a net full of fish and started dumping them in the bag, counting them individually, and added a few extra to the bag. The lady watched me do this but insisted that I did not give her the correct amount. I assured her that I not only gave her the dozen she paid for, but I gave her a few extra. I literally just counted and have done this long enough that I was really good at eyeing when it was over a dozen. This lady just kept insisting that I didn't give her enough, so I said, "Okay, let's count together just to be sure."
So I dump all the fish from the bag back into the net and we started counting together very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, ect. We get to 12 and it's very clear there are several extra fish still in the net. I look up at her and I was like, "Oh, you were right, I didn't give you the right amount." I then proceeded to dump the remaining fish back into the tank right in front of her and gave her exactly the amount she paid for.
Did she ever say that it wasn't enough? It is entirely possible that's exactly what she wanted you to do. Being in a foreign country, everyone is told to play exactly by the rules. She would hate for someone, however misguided she may think this idea is, to claim she stole some fish when she has a receipt for 12 fish but has 15. People traveling internationally are told to be a little bit paranoid about that, especially when they think that there might be a reason to needlessly prosecute someone to be vindictive or punitive to other cultures.
Dive shop I used to work with did something very similar on a regular basis. For reference, scuba cylinders are typically pressurized to 3000 psi. When we would fill them, we'd usually go a little over to say 3200 psi because as you jam air in, it can get warm and expand. So if you fill to 3200 psi, when it cools down, it'll be 3000 psi-ish. But said cylinders could also be used for paintball. So these old paintballer farts would come in to get their tanks refilled, and demand they be filled to 3000 psi, and want to watch the process. So we filled them to exactly 3000 psi every time. The folks who would drop a tank off in the AM and say, "When you get time, would love a fill, we'll stop by before you close and or otherwise just trust us to get them filled," would get a nice 3200 to 3300 psi fill.
Some people don't like when there is a mistake in a transaction that involves money. It may seem weird, but that's how it is. I had the same reflex once when I went to a restaurant in Prague and the waitress gave me too much change. It was like 100 crowns. But she'd have been in trouble, not me. So,
play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
This is well written, but honestly all I needed was the title to know the story.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
She cut off her nose to spite her face, lol.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.